Hey guys, welcome back to Ultimate S&S. Do a little bit different type of show today. For just a moment, I want you to sit back and I want you to think about where you're sitting food-wise, where you're sitting finance-wise. And I want you to think about what if Social Security is stopped? What if your job lets go? What if they come out with another mandate of something that you don't want to follow? Where are you going to be sitting food-wise? Maybe you have food stockpiled back like a lot of us do. But then you're going to have to start getting into your stores way too early. So what should you do? Well, I'm going to show you what we got going on over here. And I'm going to explain why I'm doing this stuff, guys. But think about that for just a moment as we start this video off. So we live in a society that's out of touch with where its food comes from. Most people don't realize your squash and your zucchini can grow on bush plants or even vines. So let's see what we have in here. I was in here yesterday and we was able to get a zucchini out. It's a nice size, but we're going to pull that out. So all I'm doing is I'm cutting at the stem. Look at that, guys. These things grow prolifically, very fast. In fact, they grow so fast that this one here will probably be ready in a couple days. Let's see what else we have. We're going to peek on this other side here. So as you can see, we have another zucchini down here. That'll probably be ready tomorrow at the way this stuff is growing. And the way you keep it growing is you don't want to get a lot of your leaves wet. You want to water it on the inside of the plant and fertilize on the inside of the plant. And what that's going to do is it's going to make sure that over the evenings, you're not going to have moldy stuff on these leaves. Your plant's going to continue to draw moisture up inside the zucchini. So we have this other zucchini plant right next to it. We've got another one down here. That'll probably be ready tomorrow or the day after. Now you may be thinking, you know, I don't like zucchini, I don't like squash, I don't like stuff fresh out of a garden. The chances are you've not been getting stuff fresh out of the garden. You're going to have a lot higher flavor by eating this stuff out of your garden. It's going to be a lot healthier for you. I mean, look at the size of that compared to ones you buy at the store. And if you get them around this size or larger, you're looking at $2 or $3 in a lot of stores nowadays. Last time I bought squash and zucchini, it cost me $3 for 2 small ones. That's insane, the pricing. The main thing is, while you're getting food stock back, you need to have a way to continue to have food come in, because maybe jobs lay off, maybe there's an Shtf scenario. We don't know. There's a lot of stuff that can happen. Now this garden is in the early production stage, so a lot of stuff like our corn, while it's getting close, it is not quite producing corn yet. But we do have squash and zucchini. We've been getting a lot of turnips, a lot of greens and things like that out of here. My greens are just about played out, except for the turnips in the back corner. I'm letting them bulbs get a little larger, then we're going to harvest that out and continue to feed greens to the birds. We have our okra plants. They're just now starting to flower a little bit, so I expect that those are really going to take off here soon. Let's go check, see if we can find something else to eat in the garden. Hopefully I've got some cucumbers ready today. Let's see what we've got here. Might have to come to the other side of the fence. Get a little bigger still. So for me, this is about the size of cucumber I like. You let them get bigger than that, they start to get a lot of seeds. We will let some of these seed out, so we have seeds for next year. But it's not something I enjoy eating and belching all the time. So if you're wondering why it makes you belch, it's because you're eating too many seeds. Okay, now we're going to check and see what kind of squash we have going. Beautiful. So let's see what we have so far. We haven't even picked our green beans yet. Went ahead and picked a couple of cucumbers. I usually leave these on the vine until I'm ready to use them. Unless they look like they're starting to get where they're too ripe, then we'll pull them loose. Then I went ahead and pulled some of our early squash. Now, from what I've seen online, this green border can mean a couple of things. There is some kind of a squash fungus or something out there that can infect the mother plant, and one plant produces this, that's all it produces. So it could be that the seeds that plant came from does that. It doesn't actually hurt it. Or what I think it is, from what I was reading, that's more of a fungus type of a mold situation. This almost looks like it's being propagated with zucchini pollen. And because they're so close in the family, it can actually turn your yellow squash green if it's pollinated with zucchini pollen. Either way, still tastes great, no problem. So we ended up getting 4 of these nice size zucchini, a couple cucumbers, and we're gonna go check our green beans now. Okay, let's check our green beans. Now I've not seen this plant flower since last time I picked. Yeah, so we managed to get us a few green beans out of here today. I typically pick those in the evening. Picked up pretty heavy last night, but we still managed to get about a cup worth. So we're gonna make sure we put our cucumbers, all of our squash, our zucchini. This is what we picked out today. Think that can keep you and your family healthy? I would say yes. So keeping a garden is easy, but it requires work. The problem isn't that people don't know how to garden usually. It's most people don't want to take the time to do the weeding of the gardening. If you set your garden up properly, you shouldn't have a whole lot of weeding, guys. But everything's looking pretty good, as you can see. I'm ready for the corn. I'm thinking we probably still got about another, probably 3 or 4 weeks on that. Could be longer, but I'm guessing about 3 or 4 weeks, just the development stage we're in. We'll start getting a lot of corn, and most of the stuff we've got planted is corn. Everything on the back side of the garden over here, that's going to be hung up to dry, and that's going to be turned into chicken feed, chicken scratch, things like that. Everything in the front section of the garden is going to be for people to eat. So that's pretty nice to have those options, guys. Everyone have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching.